What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro and Little Sis Reacts. Obviously, I'm the big bro. This is my little sis. Oh, and today we're on How to Get Away with Murder, Season 4, Episode 10. Everything we did was for nothing.
Yeah, it was really. Yeah. They just...
That's
I said
not
y'all,
what I
like I
wanna
said
hear.
y'all. Because they do too much.
That's not what I wanted to hear. No, the plan was great. It's everybody's outside interference that is the
No,
problem.
what it was Laurel didn't say nothing when she got that call from Nick or whatever. Nicholas or something.
Right, but had Frank not punched her, she would have went right to Annalise and they would have been fine. But that on top of the damn stupid ass building not keeping the elevator up to code and getting it worked on, like there was so much traumatic shit happening, and then the dad being ready for all of this, and yeah. But Laurel would have been safe had she not gotten punched, thanks to Frank.
Thank God.
Thank God he ain't the daddy.
No, thank God Rainy went there.
Anyway, the asshole dad then took Wes's baby and Wes Jr. And then we found out that Dominic had a message from Wes, but I don't know how Wes knew him, why he would have killed Wes, why he was in case of emergency contact. Like, there's just so many questions, right? So I don't even know what path we're about to go down to. But then, yeah, also on top of that, the evidence is missing and nobody knows who has it. It doesn't seem like, well, her dad doesn't have it because he obviously took the baby for leverage because he knows they have it.
And that's...
Right, Dominic didn't have it. And so the only people are the shady ass cops that were against Annalise because they just can't stand her.
Because it wasn't there when Bonnie went to...
Right, pissing me off talking about, well, this Annalise is involved, so it has to be a crime scene. Sir, no, this was a tragic fucking moment, and people are traumatized. Lives were fucking ripped from one another. Like, no, this is not a crime scene. It's just something just tragic. Like, you turned this into nothing. Like, I hope he gets in trouble for that. Like,
and took her gun and everything.
Who the fuck told you can make this a crime scene? What crime was reported, sir? Neither parties involved in that reported a crime. Somebody needed medical help. Just doing too fucking much because he has it against Annalise. Like, she don't even fucking know you. You're irrelevant to her. You are a small nothing. She would destroy you. Stop playing with Annalise. Anyway, she's disappointed in the kids. Oliver is furious because, well, what happened? He told them they ain't good people and that Simon is alive and that they better not do nothing. He's happy. They like, this ain't good. We need to go. Shove a pillow on his face.
It's only good because Asher got out, but I hope he doesn't remember anything.
Asher be doing too much, but it's his turn to go through something, so I'm okay with it. Anyway, let's get into this, y'all. For one of the reactions I read on Patreon.
Jorge Castillo is America's newest multi-billionaire.
It's time to get up.
The Antares Technology CEO.
Isaac is our way out. You need to make nice with him. But she can make a workaround.
It's evidence that he killed Wes. How many times he calls a day? It's gotta be Jorge, which means he doesn't know his guy's dead. Dead body around here? Oh, who's gonna kill me? You or Jorge? Well, it's a toss-up right now. Destroy it.
Frank's not gonna do that. Anytime Laurel's involved, he loses all his fucking marbles. Yeah, get the students back. We need some help.
We need a face case, so the three of you are gonna dig through this mail until we find one.
I thought we were fired.
Well, I just hired you back. Be happy.
I wouldn't get in that shit. Take the stairs, Annalise. I ain't getting it. Take the stairs.
You don't really know her.
Last chance to shut up.
Worse than any of us.
She act like it was a 5-star meal. I don't know how many times she's been here. Now we know what happened to Connor's car in season 1.
You could end up in its dead body around here. Destroy it.
It's going along wolf.
We missed you in class today.
She having all type of flashback.
Well, you can save money.
Why are they trying to make me sad today?
Hey,
You got a meeting.
I just need a second. Nate.
The meeting you're making me late for is to get an update on Millstone. I'm a good guy. You should know that by now.
Perfect angel this season.
The saddest stories make the best face cases.
What are you talking about?
You texted me, it was urgent.
Oh, that was me, actually.
I told you to watch her.
I was. Watch custody when a child's involved.
Girl, we know what a
Only
PFA
applies in
is.
domestic abuse situations.
Not exclusively. The language in the statute is pretty vague.
I filed that exact petition yesterday, and the judge denied it this morning
Why didn't you tell me?
because I didn't want you to get your hopes up.
Why are you lying?
We don't know why she had that baby early, Michaela.
She would never hurt herself.
You didn't see what I saw in that elevator. She brought a gun to that party. Who's to say that she won't act as reckless the minute she gets out of here? Is that what you want?
So you've been trying to keep her
Blood
in
on your
here.
hands because once again you failed to protect her from herself.
You should have told me that in the first place.
You got taken from his mother.
Did Annalise tell you to say that?
She doesn't even know I'm here.
You two made up though, right? Now that Wes is gone, you've just slid right into that hole he left behind.
I just want us to be a family again.
We were never a family. Honestly, I should have just let you pull the trigger that night.
They all hurt each other
That's
so
the one
much.
thing I could agree
Yeah,
with
they need to
Annalise
get
on.
Very toxic for women, really.
You can't hate me forever.
So for the relief that you're here. I don't know, it's the muscles. I should feel much safer in your presence.
I got bad news. One of the partners at CNG told the detectives you roughed up Drake at a cocktail party.
If I were you.
Did they say who it was? Was it Tegan?
What's wrong? Is he going to jail?
Yeah.
No, that's how. Go to class. Do your homework.
Actually, I dropped out.
So Annalise put her whole class action in the hands of a dropout, is what you're telling me.
Something happened.
family is allowed inside.
His parents are in Pakistan. They can't get a visa to visit him.
She gonna go in there and change something.
He's still in the closet.
I'm so sorry.
You didn't. He did it himself.
They clearly know each other, and Laurel can help us figure out how. This is when I miss vodka. You want me to go to the store?
No, Frank.
No, you're supposed to tell me that drinking will make everything worse. Drinking will make everything worse. Please just let me think. I asked you to do one thing. Get rid of the phone. There's a reason I kept it. Download an app that tells you the location where the incoming call comes from. Wait, this one's coming from Philly. Great, now he's gonna kill us. No, it's a different number than before. Look, it's coming from the DA's office. It's Denver, Annalise.
A mess.
Look, you can either sit here, get drunk, and let that bastard keep Laurel's baby, or go apologize to the one person who can help us. You know that's all she wants. Hey,
You should go.
why?
You're not ready to do this, and that's okay.
I'm here, Bonnie.
Because Frank told you to come.
I'm sorry for firing you, and I'm sorry for making you feel alone.
You at least wanted a fresh start.
Your turn.
Tegan ain't hiring none of y'all crazy asses. Kaplan to go.
Unless you're a family, I'm gonna need you to leave. We're just picking for a friend. Visit Laurel or something. I'll wait here until he's done. Be the hero. For once.
What we are to each other is so much more complicated than any stupid husband or wife. I'm not in love with you, Annalise.
It was Frank.
Don't tell Frank, it'll kill him. You needing me is the only reason you're here right now. You could have just said, I'm sorry, wrote a check, pulled me into your life.
Like Wes.
So you wish I hadn't done that.
Are you happy right now?
I'm angry.
So am
I
I
don't know
really
that
didn't
was
think I
in
deserved to live. Public. Asher.
Yeah.
Sinclair, my dog.
I want to get into that.
Who I ran
mindset.
over accidentally. What's your point? Seeing your dog die can really mess with your head.
He said you ran over his
Dark
dog.
places, but you
He talk about Sinclair.
can't go there.
That's not funny, but
Dog included. Urge to hate yourself. You gotta bury it.
I really couldn't imagine running over my dog. I would just
Maybe
kill myself.
Yeah.
Messed up or whatever, but I understand why you would be angry. But God hasn't exactly been smiling down on me. Babies in elevators.
You don't have to help them.
Oh, I know that.
Then why do you?
I need not to feel so empty sometimes.
Right. Earlier seasons, I'm like, oh, this Annalise is rough.
How am I supposed to do that? To let her father take the baby. She's gonna kill herself. We both know that. She wakes up every day and he's not there. He's gone.
To get her
I
baby
destroyed
back.
it, along with any other evidence that incriminates you. It's all been scrubbed from his computer.
Why?
Because I want to keep my job here. It's all been scrubbed from his computer.
Why?
Oh.
Nice. Not bad for a cuckoo's nest.
That's because you haven't been stuck here for 5 days.
Can't we, like, kidnap you or something?
Any pointers from when your dad kidnapped you?
Really?
Sorry, that was supposed to be funny.
No one needs to kidnap anyone. She's talking to therapists.
Actually, she just blackmailed us like attending. Go, maybe I could
trying to be a better
his email,
person.
See if there's any.
Petition for review on the 302 hold.
Asher and Connor are writing up a petition for review right now. She didn't do this to herself.
None of us know that.
I do.
How?
Frank accidentally hit her. That's what made her go into labor. When
Wow.
you and Connor were fighting, she got in the middle and
That secret didn't last 5 minutes. Damn.
she made me promise not to say anything.
But yeah, Frank, you need to watch what the fuck you got going on,
She
sir.
is so much stronger than any of us think.
Example of how Laura is strong and can hold it together.
Nicer.
The disciplinary board to find you new therapist.
I was angry it came out the wrong person.
I don't care. You are as basic an alcoholic as they come. Manipulative, narcissistic, and I got sucked into it, and that's on me. I don't even know this girl, Annalise.
Well, think of it was Stella.
Stop saying her name.
If she were alone in the hospital room, her child stolen from her, and no doctor willing to help.
Don't. I would have been there for Stella.
Well, Laurel's father isn't there for her.
Please. Listen, I'm not asking you to lie in the evaluation.
Don't tell me it's about Laura. We both know it's not.
Of course it's not. It was never about her. It was about me. It's about saving me.
Wait,
That's all I need to
Wes,
say.
his eyes opened.
Oh,
Either that was a part of her dream or.
it was.
But they never showed. I don't know. That's
You blame yourself for what happened that night?
Are you asking me if I did drugs that made me go into labor? Because there's no right answer to that.
I'm not here to determine the cause of your preterm labor. I'm here to determine how you're feeling. And you acknowledging how you feel is not going to make you a candidate for an inpatient unit.
Not weird. It's because we are not people of color who are systematically abused by a racist justice system.
No, I mean, what's his name?
What is it?
Nate Leahy.
Nate's father? Our Nate's a junior?
Is it your intention to have him pay for these crimes?
That's impossible.
What?
Because he has people whose entire jobs are about protecting him.
You told the DA's investigator you thought Simon was behind it all. You don't believe that. I know you don't. So why?
Oh my
Why do you
God.
say it?
You're acting way more stupid than you are right now.
Don't text, call, or ambush me ever again.
Right, Michaela, what's the thinking?
My whole life, I have had thoughts about hurting my father. But there is no hurting him.
Bonnie Winterbottom.
Oh, shit.
Your mother's files show a history of mental illness.
We'll have to punish your mother if you want to.
But that's not me. I've never shown any symptoms. I would never get custody of my son.
Right.
He's the only thing that matters to me right now.
Come on, Laurel.
Taken away from her, she's doing about as well as anyone could hope for. Administrator agreed and granted Laurel immediate release.
Good. Now we can fight.
Why do you still have Dominic's phone?
I forgot to toss it.
We gotta stop
Why?
lying to each
Tell
other.
me why. Play it. Play what?
You sure?
Yes, I want to know what the fuck going on.
I'm in trouble. We all could be. Call me as soon as you get this.
I'm starting to think he's not dead.
It's Christoph.
Laurel, give me the phone. No. Laurel, that's your father. He's been calling every day. Give me the phone. Give me the phone.
Don't be stupid.
It's not my phone.
Is it Wes?
Hi, Mom.
Mom. Okay. Wait, I'm like, is Wes alive? Mom. She knew her mom's number. Why would her mom be calling Dominic?
I don't even know your number.
You're horrible. But I don't know yours either.
You're horrible.
We're horrible people. Anyways. It's just so much. So much, especially in the last 10 minutes. But I'm definitely starting to think Wes is alive. But I just can't foresee what he... Because there was a lot of stuff Wes did off screen.
Right.
When he was being solo and investigating and doing things. But his love for Laurel always seemed genuine. Like, I just can't, in my
Same.
mind,
fathom
that he would be doing something behind her back that was not in her best interest.
Right. It had to be like she didn't know Dominic and her had this like weird like stalking relationship or whatever.
My whole thing is he used the name Kristoff, so that means they go back.
Right.
So I'm just like, at what point did their paths converge? Did he know Laurel before she knew him? Like, what? I want to know. Like, did he have a purpose? Maybe he. That's a stretch. What if he was a spy for? What if he was a spy for Laurel's dad and was sent to that school in Laurel's class to watch her? He was a perfect age. She didn't know of him.
And he was broke. He didn't have a job either.
Right. And you know what I mean? He was probably struggling. What if, but it's not like he was damn rich. It's not, you know what I mean? He was living in a crap apartment. I feel like I'm reaching. I'm probably very wrong. I really can't fathom what I'm saying. Like, I'm just trying to figure out if he's alive, why he would go through all this, how he knew this man, why was he in case of an emergency. I can only see that if he was working for them, with them. And so that was like his exit strategy, a fake his death. But I can't even fathom how they would have did that unless they did a body swap. But you would have had to fool professionals. But then again, look at how he's just paying people off left and right.
Right.
He's the richest. Didn't they say he's like one of the richest people now?
And that lady who was doing the autopsy, she was shady.
Right, because she switched up her story and the math wasn't math. Like, I think people were getting paid off. And it had to have been a fuck ton of money because these is professional. Like, a lot of normal people, you know what I mean? They ain't going to just be taking money to falsify shit that like I tell you, I ain't going to jail for nobody or no amount of money. I'm just not doing it. But it had to have been a substantial amount of money and a very low risk for them to be paying off all these people like this, especially like doctors and shit who already make a ton of money. So I'm just trying to figure out what.
It has to be like in the millions. It has to be in paper too, so it don't go in their taxes.
Right, but the other thing too with him stalking Laurel, the father, why? Like, it's not like back then Laurel was really doing anything. She was just going to law school. Like, she was dating and she was a normal person. It wasn't until all these string of murders started happening and then Wes got roped up in the Annalise trauma and all of that. But I don't know. I feel like I'm really just going down a wild path. Maybe Wes isn't alive. Maybe it was just Laurel's nightmare. I don't know. I just don't understand. We just got to keep watching and figure it out. But let's focus on what really did happen. Bonnie and Annalise made up in their own little way. They bit their tongues and said, "I'm sorry." They've been hurting each other, but I don't know. I really sympathize with Annalise. You know, I thought in the beginning Annalise was a cold person, but she was a defense attorney.
But
as it went on,
she just had her walls up because she'd been through so much.
Mm-hmm. But I think too, you could see in certain cases, like the one guy she had slapped and he did some years, but he was like, "I hired you to get me off," and blah blah blah. She's like, "You murdered this person, or you did this and this and this, or whatever the situation was." Yeah, like stuff like that. It does show the good in her. Like, she is a good person. Like she said, she doesn't do what she do, you know, just because. It's because she wants to help people. She helped Wes. She helped Laurel. She's helping these people because a part of her wants to help people. That's, you know what I mean? That's what she wants to do. I think a lot of people go into jobs expecting one thing because that's just how it's supposed to be, but it's not that. And Annalise learned that. And I think Annalise, like you said, put up the walls being a defense attorney because she had to play it a certain way. The lawyer game is very political. It's very, I don't know, you get involved in favors and knowing people, and it's just a really corrupt system. It's sad. I've seen it. It's sad. And I think she just learned to play the game. Yeah. We're seeing that as the show goes on, and we're getting more flashbacks and how things worked out with Bonnie and everything, and how they made Annalise destroy her. And they don't really care about justice. They care about promotions and getting the higher paid positions, and they destroy people. Yeah. And it's all about who coming with the money, right?
I just watched, well, actually I didn't just watch it, but like basically like If y'all know the K-drama Vincenzo, basically showed on that.
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. I like Annalise and I sympathize, and I didn't agree with what's his face. I feel like Annalise has healed. I feel like Annalise has poured out her soul this season, confessed things we didn't know about her. She's talked about a lot of hard topics about herself, losing her baby, the suicide. You know, we got Bonnie's flashback and how she met Bonnie and everything. Like, I feel like she's done the hard work, poured her heart out, had several opportunities to take a drink, and she's even like said out loud, I wish I could take a drink, but she's not. She's focusing, she's doing something good, and people keep trying to find other reasons for why she's doing this other than she's just a good person. And sometimes it's just bad influences in your life that are causing certain things, and she realized that. Bonnie, Frank, you know, the kids, all of them have put her in these situations where, yes, okay, we always have a choice. We don't have to get involved, but she did because she feels like she's a good person. Maybe her things in other people's eyes might not be deemed as good. Obviously, Denver's her #1 enemy. But she felt good about the things she was doing, I guess, in a sense. Like, she felt like she wanted to help them because she felt in her heart they weren't bad people. They don't deserve what's going to happen to them. So she stepped in because she felt like she could do something. So I don't know. I don't agree with the Annalise slander this season. That's that point. I feel like Connor's in a better headspace. The class action has definitely worked wonders, but Ollie's the one that's spiraling now. It's like they've almost swapped mental states. And he's feeling guilty about
honestly, Connor
Diamond.
could reapply and get a whole lot of positions working with this class action.
Well, yeah, I mean, he still has to have certain credentials. But I don't know. Connor, he's in his era of figuring out what he wants to do with his life. He'll figure it out. He may even go back to law school.
That's
I don't know
what
how
he
any of
said.
them are passing because they
Right, I wouldn't
just
even be able
don't
to
have
read.
time.
You know when you're reading a book, but you've already read the page like 8 times, but you still haven't processed it, so you keep.
Yes.
That's how I feel like I would be if I was them. Like, I wouldn't even be able to study. You could ask me what 2 + 2 is, and I say, 8 times. So I don't know.
Yeah, and they've all said it, like, in the beginning when they were trying to get jobs, like, we're failing our classes, our GPAs are low, like, we're struggling, like, they go through too much in their personal lives. They are toxic for each other, in that sense. They keep going on these personal missions, but it's not helping their growth. But for some reason, they're all, like, found family, I guess, and they all have trouble pasts, and they all kind of started this journey alone. I mean, Asher didn't, but it kind of, his path ended up
He
being
ran over
that.
his dog.
Well, yeah, not more so than that. His dad committed suicide for his
yeah.
shady actions. His mom shunned him away. He has nobody. Now he's walking alone. He didn't start walking alone, but Wes was alone. Michaela was alone. Laurel was running away from her people. I mean, so they all had something in common. Connor was moving away from his. So it's like,
He needed to get a job.
you know what I mean? They, like Annalise, didn't want to feel empty. So I think they're all connected in that way now. They don't want to feel empty, so they rely on each other. They help each other. And even when they move apart from each other, the world is so small, you run into each other, and it, you know what I mean? One's doing bad, and you just feel compelled to help them. Like, because, you know what I mean?
Yeah. One is doing bad, and you feel compelled to help because you're in that weird family mix.
Right, and then you start to think of at what one, you know, some people go off memory and moments and remember, like, oh, well, this person used to mean this to me. Let me do this. You know what I mean? I've run into people that, you know, I haven't seen in a while, and I felt bad, and if I can help them in a small way, I would. I don't do anything nearly like what these people be doing. But, yeah. Anyway, where am I going with all of this? I don't know. Tegan's scared. I mean, we got Laura out. That's a big step. She's about to talk to her mama. We're about to learn about that and what's going on. I feel like the next best step is to get the mom out and figure out what she know, because she married the son of a bitch. So, I mean, I'm sure she know a lot of his, at least past shady shit.
Or the people that he talked to.
We got to really dive into Laurel's world and what's going on if we're going to take him down and outsmart him and his money. Because I imagine, too, much like Laurel, he probably put a lot of stuff in her name. Like, he kept trying to put stuff in Laurel's name and get her to sign. I'm sure they can probably use that for something. Just got to figure out what. And, I don't know. And then we still got, I mean, Simon is still an issue. I don't know what he's going to remember or what he's going to say. We still got to figure out who has the drive. Because that has all the evidence. And I don't know, they just brought up this whole Nate thing. So I don't know where that's going. I guess we're going to get into Nate's world, and his dad's going to be a part of this class action. And I don't know how Frank didn't seem to take the, I'm sure it's bothering him that he hurt Laurel and the baby, but he seems to hope, he held it together because Laurel was worried. Everybody's so worried about how each other's going to respond to these dramatic things, but lying and keeping things is not helping. They should all learn that, like, we need to just start being honest with each other. Us protecting one another is really not helping. You need to sometimes go through the motions and help somebody process it, because everybody finds out anyway. But anyway, I feel like I've babbled enough. Do you have any other thoughts that you want to throw in there?
No, I'm so tired. I'm going to bed.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Of course, we'll hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to comment, share, subscribe.
I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. How to Get Away with Murder.
Bye.